This may smell bad, kid, but it'll keep you warm until I get the shelter up. Ugh. And I thought they smelled bad on the outside. Welcome back, everybody. Here we are with issue 81, starting of the season 5, the final season. Do a quick run through on what's in this magazine. So the Hyena class bomber is obviously one of the droid ships. Nal Hutta and Nar Shaddaa. So Nar Shaddaa was actually mentioned um, in Empire. So when Han is when they're at Echo Base and Leia says something about something and Han says well that something to the effect of like that bounty hunter that we ran into at Nar Shaddaa or something like that. Changed my mind real quick. Can't remember exactly what the quote was, but it was actually mentioned. So there you go. Ooh, secrets of spaceflight, evasive maneuvers, going to ground. So we've talked about some secrets of spaceflight stuff, and but yeah, that should be interesting. All right, let's go ahead and get started on this one. So here's our parts. We'll break out issue 81. All right. So we've got another one of these, two of those, of that, and some framework. So the framework, I'm guessing, is going to go for the other side, which is fine. Still got a ways before we do that. So, okay, so first thing it wants us to do is put these detail parts on, and then we'll paint that up. Let's see what else we got going on here. Then we're going to attach this last part, and then it wants us to attach those. So, there's going to be some painting done, which means I need to figure out what colors these need to be painted. But we can at least attach these. Not a lot of parts in this one, so let's go ahead and get going on that. And I will, of course, I'm going to black this part out. And when I do, I'll black these ones out. I won't be attaching these this time, just for the fact that uh, I got the other ones to do, and I'll paint them all together. You're getting old when, I mean, granted, these are small parts, but I can't hardly see what I'm cutting. Particularly, I need to make sure that I cut in the right spot. These things always drive me nuts because I don't know if there's supposed to be a nipple off of there or not. Let me see if I can see where this goes. Oh, it does have a nipple on this side. So we'll keep a little nipple there. This side, no. Uh-oh. Where did that go? All right, well, I had a piece shoot off, bounce off my leg. I gotta find where that's at, somewhere on the floor. Maybe even more than one piece, because see how many pieces. Supposed to be total 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I lost one of the pieces. Luckily, that was nice and easy to find. All right, let's just do some quick sanding here. And for the most part, I'm only doing the sanding just to smooth out some of the attachment parts, you know, just so nothing gets in the road. There we go. Let's hold those in place, and then I'm just gonna just put a little bit of glue here too. Since this got a little bit of weight to it, like I'd hate for it to fall down. Well, that seals in pretty good. You can't even tell where the seam is really. Pretty cool. Part 2 is this one. So we've got a little bitty hole here and there. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue here, and I'm just going to touch this onto the glue there. And I should have grabbed the old hemostats ahead of time, but I didn't. There we go. That's in its spot. I think that's it for that one. Gotta be careful because the bit of glue there tried to glue itself down here. When I get all done with this, I'm definitely going to need probably a different mat, because this one's pretty much shot. And the last piece goes right in that slot. All right. That's all together now. Might make sure everything's solid. Feels like it. Okay. There's that. Then the last thing to do, we're going to do a quick mask job here. And I threw away a roll of tape. After I pulled that tape off, I threw my tape in the trash. That's funny. So real quick, just going to mask those off, so that way we can black these out. Yeah. Having these longer tails on kind of sucks because they want to stick to everything. So when you're in a hurry and you're turning the tape off, you end up with these long tails, and then when you set this down, it sticks to stuff. And so my recommendation is be a little bit more diligent on how you're tearing your tape off. There we go. There's that. I'm going to go paint these up, and we'll, when that's dry, we'll get this attached to where it needs to be, and we'll go from there. All right, see you guys in a moment. Well, we have everything back from being blackened out. Had a little bleed over, but you won't see that when they get put in, so I'm not worried about it. Let's go ahead and get this attached, and that will be the end of this episode. Okay. So one of the things I have learned is there's no need to put screws here because that's where these inserts are going to attach. And I'm going to go ahead and mark these now so that way I don't have to worry about it later. I'll figure out their orientation and all that kind of stuff. We'll do that here as soon as I'm done attaching this. And that way they'll be marked. I don't have to try to figure it out later. And when we do get it all painted up, we'll be able to go right at it. I don't know why, but every time I'm attaching some of this plating, it makes me think back to several years ago when I was in school, and specifically I was taking a meteorology class, and it makes me think back to that. I got a little bit of overspray on there. That's all right. But it makes me think back to that, but only when I'm attaching these. I don't know why, because that class was maybe in 2013, so it was long before I had started working on this, and may have been about the time I started ordering this. I don't know. So there is that. Let's go ahead and bring the magazine over, and yeah, so attach those. So this one goes up front here. If we flip this over, this gets orientated like that. So the problem is being able to write on here. The good news is I have just the thing. So I'm going to go with 1, 1. The old silver tip marker. And then this one is going to go like that. And we will mark this one 2, 2. All right, so those are done. That is everything in this episode. Like I said, we'll do the detail painting on these once I do the other two and all that. So I don't know if that's in the next episode. Nope. But we are getting some more of the framework. So we got one piece this time. We're getting a second piece next time, and some of the plating and some detail parts. I'm assuming we're going to be putting these detail parts on here. So we may be temporarily attaching these just to make sure that we can get those detail parts on in the right spot. So, all right, there you go. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and may the force be with you always.